Hello, everyone. Hope you are healthy and well. My name is Vince Park, and I am a senior at Marquette University studying finance and political science and a healthcare analyst for the Applied Investment Management program. Today, I will be recommending an investment in Coherus Biosciences, ticker CHRS. To begin, I'd like to introduce Coherus Biosciences, a commercial stage biopharma and the only pure-play biosimilars company in the United States. The company operates exclusively in the U.S. and has a robust pipeline of pharmaceutical candidates targeting the rapidly growing biologic space in pharma. Coherus' first product launch in 2019, UDENYCA, was both the #1 pharma launch of the year and the most successful biosimilar to date, according to pharma research firm IQVIA. Headquartered in Redwood City, California, the company was founded in 2010 by current CEO and chairman Dennis N. Lempier and went public in 2014. Here you can see some key metrics and facts about the company. It is recommended that the AIM Equity Fund purchase shares of Coherus Biosciences at $18.27 per share with a price target of $25.86, representing an upside of 41.5%. Not only does Coherus stand to benefit from growing biosimilar uptake, but the company has distinguished itself with a superior value proposition, demonstrated ability to execute, and disruptive pipeline. Additional investment merits are listed below, and I'd like to highlight the firm's wide economic moat, strong balance sheet to support pipeline development, and the significant value add to patients and the healthcare system. And now to explain the world of biologics and biosimilars. Biosimilars represent one of the most formidable disruptions to the pharmaceutical and healthcare industries. At a very simple level, biosimilars are the generic versions of biological drugs, which are distinct from traditional synthetic drugs like aspirin by their composition and synthesis, clinical rigor and regulatory approval process, therapeutic properties, and highly complex structures. Examples of biological drugs are vaccines, Humira, Botox, etc. Biosimilars are offered at a significant price discount to the reference products and represent massive cost savings to patients and the healthcare system. They also have an abbreviated regulatory approval process that is much less time and capital intensive than developing original biologics drugs. These advantages make biosimilars a significant threat, and they are projected to grow at a CAGR of 25% in the United States by 2025. And now onto the first investment driver. Despite being the second mover in the biosimilars market targeting Amgen's drug Neulasta, Coherus' biosimilar UDENYCA has launched the firm to both a position of market leadership and validation as the premier biosimilars company. Even in the face of disruptions resulting from the pandemic, the firm's strategic planning and execution enabled UDENYCA to maintain momentum and expand market share, particularly due to its focus on patient accessibility via Coherus Complete, a dedicated patient support service that has distinguished the company among the competition. Thanks to similar market dynamics in other targeted therapeutic areas, UDENYCA's commercial success lays the groundwork for management and sales team to apply comparable tactics to its robust pipeline of late-stage biosimilars once they are brought to market and disrupt industry incumbents, while also gobbling market share. Listed here are additional merits of Coherus' value proposition with UDENYCA, notably its high profitability and scalability. Pipeline to disruption. Coherus' diversified pipeline strategically targets three of the largest biologics markets: oncology worth $10.8 billion, ophthalmology $6.4 billion, and immunology a whopping $14.9 billion market. With upcoming patent expirations, biologics license application submissions, and commercial launches planned every year until at least 2023, even a modest 20% share of these markets, as UDENYCA captured in its first year of release, represents $6.4 billion in potential revenue for Coherus over the next several years, and the opportunity to enhance healthcare accessibility and efficiency. Coherus' deep medical expertise, demonstrated ability to commercialize, and an increasingly favorable regulatory environment positions the company incredibly well for top-line growth in both the medium and long term. Here you can see the timeline for Coherus' product launches and diversified pipeline. Faster, better, cheaper. The final investment driver is Coherus' value proposition of faster, better, and cheaper treatment, which are made possible by its wide economic moat and towering barriers to entry. Notably, this includes the incredibly rigorous clinical and regulatory approval process, capital-intensive biologics R&D demands, legal prowess to navigate patent fortresses and litigation, and sales expertise. Additionally, a Porter's Five Forces analysis shows that the company is in a strong competitive positioning. And now on to valuation. In order to reach an intrinsic value and price target of $25.86, I conducted a relative valuation and a 5-year discounted cash flow analysis. For the relative valuation, I used a weighted peer average enterprise value to EBITDA multiple of 10.4 times, and a price to earnings multiple of 19.3 times. With regard to the DCF, I used a WACC of 12.5% and a terminal growth rate of 2% to reach a standalone intrinsic value of $21.32. Weighting the three models 70, 15, 15 respectively, an intrinsic value of $25.86 was reached, representing an upside of 41.5%. And now onto the investment and business risks. The first risk is clinical and regulatory hurdles. The company's future products are contingent upon clinical and regulatory success, and failure to demonstrate biosimilarity can hinder this progress. Next is competition. Despite the high barriers to entry, there is fierce competition primarily from industry incumbents and giants with massive access to capital and legal authority. While the pandemic has not particularly disrupted the firm's clinical trials, supply chain, or sales, continued COVID-related distress could discourage investments and/or disrupt progress. Finally, there is some political risk as efforts to reform healthcare may have adverse effects on the business environment. The company is led by an exceptional management team with profound healthcare and biopharma expertise. Led by Dennis Lanphier, the company has scientific, commercial, and legal experts who support and grow the company's business. The board of directors has 2 women representing 22% of board seats. To conclude, Coherus Biosciences has distinguished itself as the premier biosimilar firm with its demonstrated success in Eugenica and exclusive focus on biosimilars. The company takes the value proposition and the disruptive potential of biosimilars even further by offering comprehensive patient-centered services to make its products as accessible as possible and by targeting the therapeutic areas of greatest medical need. Supported by a robust and diversified pipeline of biosimilar candidates against the backdrop of an increasingly favorable regulatory environment, the company faces extraordinary growth opportunities to address clinical markets and disrupt the healthcare industry. And with that, that concludes my presentation. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and I very much look forward to engaging with you in Q&A. Please feel free to contact me with any questions, and thanks again.